In John chapter 17, Jesus prays that all who believe in him may be united as one. This prayer is the motto and inspiration for the Church of South India, which has been called the most successful and controversial ecumenical project ever. And it's a province for which we pray in the Anglican cycle of prayer, the Church of South India United. Now, Christians in India trace their spiritual lineage all the way back to St. Thomas the Apostle, who, according to legend, shared the gospel with Jewish communities along the Kerala coast back in the year 52 AD. And he is supposedly buried at the St. Thomas Catholic Cathedral in Chennai. About a century after the Protestant Reformation in the 16th century, this church, the Marthoma Church, split into several denominations, around the same time that chaplains of the British East India Company were introducing Anglican worship to the region. Initially, British politicians did not want to send missionaries to India because they felt their presence might hurt business. But slave abolitionist William Wilberforce urged the British Parliament to send missionaries to India because he felt that there were practices and traditions that needed Christianity as a remedy, such as the caste system, infanticide, and sati, which is the practice of widows leaping onto the funeral pyre of their deceased husbands. The first Anglican missionary to India was the Reverend Thomas Norton, who established the first Anglican church and school in Kerala in 1818, Christ Church in Alappuzha. The Reverend Thomas Norton became known as the second Thomas Apostle to India. Along with other missionaries like Benjamin Bailey, Joseph Fenn, and Henry Baker, Thomas established many hospitals and schools for people of lower castes and translated the Bible into the local language. On September 27, 1947, only about a month after Indian independence, the Anglican Church in India joined the Methodists, the Congregationalists, and the Presbyterians in the region to form the Church of South India, to become the second largest Christian church in the country. In order for these four Protestant denominations to unite, they needed to agree on the four fundamentals of the Anglican Communion, which are the Scriptures, Old Testament, New Testament, the creeds, the Apostles' Creed, the Nicene Creed, the sacraments, primarily baptism and Eucharist, and the historic episcopate. Now, although the first 3 points were easily agreed upon, the historic episcopate raised some contention, especially since Anglican bishops and priests claim apostolic succession, which means they can trace an unbroken line of succession back to the original 12 apostles. The other denominations did not hold the same views on apostolic succession, but they agreed that all new ordinations after the union would be conferred by bishops. The formation of the Church of South India, CSI, proved to be a remarkable success story, which Leslie Newbegin, a missionary and bishop of the Church of South India, wrote about in his book, The Reunion of the Church, A Defense of the South India Scheme. Ian Markham says, "The challenges facing India need a united church. One cannot work in a setting of so much poverty as a small percentage of the total population without unity. It is almost as if disagreements between denominations are a luxury of affluence." May we keep all this in mind as we hold the Church of South India in our hearts and prayers. Fun fact, the church logo is a cross superimposed on a lotus flower, which is a spiritually significant symbol in India, with the petals of the lotus flower representing the tongues of flame of Pentecost.